I have loved SmallHD products since they first started producing displays. I've had several SmallHD displays over my years as a filmmaker and photographer, and I've just absolutely loved their products. Now, the most recent display that I've purchased is a pricey one, but it's a fantastic display. It's a little bit more expensive than what I want to use for more run and gun situations. I don't necessarily want to take out a $1,000 plus display when I am shooting stuff, and I just need to kind of I'm not rough with my equipment. I definitely take really good care of my equipment, but when I need to just kind of set my camera down in the back of the back seat of my truck, or going from one shoot location to another or something, I just need something that is maybe a really good product, a really good monitor. Obviously, we can't skimp there, but I don't want to throw around a $1,000 monitor. I want something a little bit cheaper. Now, when SmallHD came out with this Focus monitor, I was kind of intrigued because it seemed like everybody was talking about it, toting it as a monitor that was better than the monitor that I'm currently using. And the issue there that I had was, oh great, they've released a product that is as good as what I just got done spending over $1,000 on. And now it's not the case. I mean, there are benefits to that monitor that this monitor does not have. But some of the things that really intrigued me about this monitor was the size, the form factor of it, adding in a touchscreen, and just the fact that this monitor was kind of designed to actually work on top of smaller cameras like a mirrorless camera. Now, I shoot all with Sony mirrorless cameras like the A7S II, the A7R II, A6500, and it seemed like this was the first monitor package that SmallHD designed to kind of work in that world. So I pre-ordered one. Now, these have been shipping out slowly. I actually pre-ordered this months ago, and it finally is getting here, and there are people that have long received theirs by now. But I wanted to unbox this and talk a little bit about why I'm buying yet another monitor. Monitors I have an interesting kind of fascination with them, and a lot of times it's just easier to grab your camera and go. But the problem is that when you want something that is completely flexible, a lot of times the monitor on the back of these Sony cameras doesn't really cut it. Now, it has all these Sony cameras of mine have articulating screens on the back, but they don't flip over, so you can't hold the camera any different way. They don't really flip all the way down for viewing if you're holding the camera up high. There's a lot of kind of, I'm not going to say shortcomings, because it wasn't intended to be a detachable monitor that flips and rotates all the way around the camera. It's just not as versatile as I would like. So I went ahead and ordered the SmallHD Sony bundle because I'm a Sony shooter, and so the Sony bundle just makes sense for me. So let's take a look at what all comes in this bundle. And I know that the bundle is the reason why it took a little bit longer for it to ship. If I had ordered just the monitor by itself, it wouldn't have been such a long wait. So let's go ahead and open up the accessories box. So the accessories box comes with a battery, and it comes with a charger and some Sony specific cables. Let's go ahead and pop all this stuff out of here. There's even a little loose O-ring that will kind of look at what that potentially goes to. I'm assuming it probably goes to the bracket. So we have a Sony dummy battery. Now, what I'm excited about here, and this was always a trouble or an issue with other monitors, is actually powering the whole system. Now, you typically have to put a battery in your camera, and then if you have an external monitor, you have to put batteries on that. And so that's a lot of batteries for you to worry about. Now, what they went ahead and did here, so let's just kind of set some of these items out so we can talk about them and talk about how they all work together. Let's pull the monitor out. So we've got our monitor right here. Pop that little guy out. Very lightweight, and a battery plate on the back. Now, what I like about this is that it takes nice, large Sony batteries. kind of the NP series batteries, and I have several of these. I actually have a couple that are bigger than this. But you can get these batteries for a really good price. Now, this is going to go right on the back of the monitor. But what's exciting is that this little dummy battery will actually plug into the monitor and then power my camera, right? It'll power my camera. Now, of course, this isn't going to work on my Sony A9. This is not the right kind of battery for that, but this will work on the A7 series and the A6500 cameras that I have. And so what I'm super excited about is now just having one big battery to really worry about when I'm shooting with this particular monitor and my cameras. I could put the dummy battery in, plug it right into the bottom of the monitor here, and we're good to go. Another thing that I'm super excited about is the recessed mounts here for the plugs. Now, typically your cords are coming out at all different angles on monitors, and that becomes kind of an issue. The plugs are easy to hit or knock out or bend or break. They wear out, and that's not necessarily going to happen so quickly on this monitor because everything is recessed into the body. I'm super excited about that. So we have 3 different ports here. One is a HDMI port, so you can use this this little HDMI adapter here, which goes from a small HDMI to just a standard HDMI. We also have a micro or a mini USB here. No, this is a micro USB here. And then we also have just mini HDMI to mini HDMI, which is what will work on my Sony cameras. So this little plug here is just going to go straight in to the body of the monitor and plug right in. And it's nice and tight, and it locks in, and it doesn't really wiggle, and this is going to be much better. This goes into the side of the camera, but this one is not going to become so susceptible to getting hit, especially when you're putting this monitor on a rotating arm here. So this monitor is going to go on this arm, and this arm will go in the top of the camera, and that means this is designed to constantly be adjusted. And since this is constantly being adjusted, the issue here is that with cords coming off, they're getting knocked out, the connections are coming loose, and you're losing signal and potentially losing your shot as well. So I'm super excited about what they have started to do here. So now that monitor is fantastic, and it has a lot of specs that I'm going to have to kind of go through and see, you know, how those work out in the real world. This isn't a video about those specs. It's more of a video about what this system is and why I decided to switch over to it for my more kind of like run and gun style shooting. So what we get in this Sony kit is the monitor, this arm that allows for complete rotation. And what's great about this is if you flip the monitor all the way over, it rotates your shot so that it's showing up perfectly. So that way you don't have an upside down shot. Like, the monitor is a very smart monitor, touchscreen and all that good stuff, and super bright for use in daylight. So we get the monitor, we get the arm, we get a set of cables, we get the battery, we get the charger, the dummy battery that goes into the Sony. Now you can also order this for Canon and Nikon, I believe, too. They've got different battery setups, different bundle setups for you. And so regardless of what you're shooting with, you're going to be set. So I'm excited to use this. I'm actually this week going to be in Boston filming for a job, and so I'll be taking this with me. I'll be using it on kind of my run and gun setup, and then just probably using it basically the whole week just to see how it works and all that good stuff. So I'll probably come back with a review of it, but I wanted to share about this because people are always asking me what gear I'm using, why I'm using it, and I wanted to talk a little bit about that here before I go out and actually start using this setup. So pretty cool. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I've also posted in the description links to this setup, as well as the one for Canon and Nikon, and then even just the monitor by itself. Maybe you don't care about the whole bundle and you just want to know more information about the monitor. Definitely check out those links. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and click on that subscribe button if you want more content, if you want to be notified when we put out new videos. Thanks so much for checking out this video, and I hope to see you soon.